Today, I want to share with you 5 things that will grow your church. I guarantee it. Don't miss this. I'm Bill Motley for ICCF. You can contact us at iccf.us, our website. We want to come and be a blessing and make your church grow for the glory of God. Today, I'm sharing 5 things that I guarantee you will grow your church. My wife and I started a church in a small town called Danville, Virginia, and we grew our church from 5 people in a living room to hundreds of people, a daycare, a school, ministry all over the world. It started with 5 people, and it grew. And I want to give you my top 5 today. 5 things I guarantee you will grow your church if you will do it. Number 1, delegate, empower, entrust. Begin to hand the ball off to the people. Begin to give people assignments. Begin to delegate. Stop doing it yourself, pastor. Delegate. Get everybody involved because they will take ownership of the vision when they get involved. Delegate, empower, and entrust, and watch your church grow. Number 2, pastor, you must become the overseer and not the doer. I meet pastors all the time. They're doing everything. I mean, they're taking up offerings. I mean, they're cutting the lights on. They're adjusting the heat. They're adjusting the thermostat. They're cutting the grass. Listen, I don't care if you're going to have 2 people in your church. You delegate to the other one. Come on now. And you begin to oversee. Watch after the whole ministry. Stop being the doer and watch your church grow. And then, number 3, you got to break the small church mentality. Most people that come to your church came from a real small church, and they bring a small church mentality. What is that? Well, here's small church mentality. Well, only the pastor can do it. Only the pastor can go to the hospital. Only the pastor can pray for the sick. Only the pastor can do an altar call. Only the pastor can do it. No, pastor, you do what only you can do. But you let everybody else do everything else, and you'll break that small church mentality. Here's a small church mentality. You can't do big things unless you have a lot of people. Listen, you can start doing big things when you have 10 people. You can get the name of your church all over your city with 15 people. You can touch your region with 50 people. Begin to get the word out. Begin to reach out to your community. Begin to go out and feed people and go out and minister to people. And you can, listen, you don't have to be a small church. It doesn't matter how many people you got. It's the size of your vision. And you have to break this small church. With 5 people, we still were not a small church. We never let people say we're a small church. You got to develop a large church, a world-changing mentality. See, and so many times we don't see ourselves as a large ministry that impacts our city. Pastor, you've got to be the leader. You've got to be the overseer. You got to get the vision out that we're going to take our city. We're going to reach our city. And then get ready. Tell your people, get ready, because we're going to take our city. And you got to have a large church mentality. You got to have a world-changing mentality. And then number 4, this is big. Raise up leaders and not just doers. Oh, if I had it to do all over again, I'd start with 5 people looking for leaders. And so many times we find doers. Many times we raise up people that'll do the work of the ministry. But you need a leader. You need to develop a leader mentality. You need to start looking for leaders. Why? Because if you have leaders, they will always be able to find doers. Come on. But doers can't lead anything. And so leadership is what's going to take your church to the next level. And pastor, you got to become a coach. You know, the coach doesn't get in the game. The coach doesn't play in one play in the game, but he's overseeing, he's designing, he's showing the team where we're going to go, and he's teaching the team how to win. And then my 5th thing is you need small groups in your church. I mean, let's say you got 50 people. Well, there's maybe 10 small groups. Take your whole church, whether it's 20 people or 30 people, and divide it up in small groups, somewhere between 5 and 10 people. And what that will do is it'll help you train leaders. Because see, your small group leaders, you will pour into them, you will equip them, you will empower them how to shepherd the sheep. And so you'll begin to develop small groups. And there's many ways you can do this. Small groups develop community in your church. It'll help develop fellowship in your church. And it'll bring new people into your church, because you can be in a small group. You don't even have to go to the church, but you can be a part of that small group, and then you will eventually get into the church. And then it'll help you care for the people. Every small group will care for the people. They'll care for the families. They'll do hospital visitation. They'll take the load off of you so that you can set the vision. Listen, break that small church mentality. Do these small things. Delegate, empower, and entrust. Don't be the doer, be the overseer. Break the small church mentality. Raise up leaders and not just doers, and then develop small groups in your church. If you will do all these, if you'll be patient and you'll be diligent, I'll guarantee you your church will grow. I don't care if there's not about 100 people in your city or 100,000. Listen, you don't have to stay small. It's the plan of God for your church to grow. I pray this has been a blessing to you today. Contact us at ICCF.us. I want to come to your church, Pastor. I want to talk to you and your team and help you grow. Don't ever forget this. It's God's will and plan for you to grow. I love you. God loves you. And victory belongs to you today.